latest chapter of One Piece 1056 has finally been released. In the previous chapter, we saw various epic and interesting moments. For example, how powerful Shanks' Conqueror Haki is capable of intimidating Aramaki. In fact, this is the first time Haki has a function beyond what we already know. Besides Shanks' action, we also see how Momonosuke manages to use Boro breath for the first time. Then, Sakazuki himself was annoyed by the situation happening in the ocean right now where everything was out of control. Then, what are the interesting things that appear in the One Piece 1055 chapter? But before we start this video, please smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and click notification bell, or you will miss future anime videos. Nekomamushi and Inuarashi decided to stay in Wano. The two then appointed Carrot to be their successor as leader of the Minks. According to both of them, thanks to the experience of sailing with Luffy, Carrot got a lot of things. In addition, she is also considered to have something very extraordinary that is needed for the next era. Wanda and the other Minks in Wano agreed with Nekomamushi and Inuarashi's decision. And on the other hand, this was unexpected. As we know, Carrot is a cheerful person. Perhaps none of you would have guessed that she would be the leader of the Mink. In fact, Carrot is one of the candidate characters to join Luffy. It's interesting to see Carrot as the new leader of the Minks. As it appeared in the previous chapter, Pluton is actually in Wano country. This was confirmed by Sukiyaki. The Straw Hats were surprised to hear that. Even so, Luffy himself admitted that he didn't want the ancient weapon. On the other hand, the puzzle that remained unanswered was why Kazuki Oden was so eager to activate this ancient weapon. Unfortunately, without them realizing, it turns out that there is a figure of Caribou who is again hiding in a place they are not aware of. Caribou is surprised that the Straw Hats are already talking about two ancient weapons, namely Poseidon and Pluton. What's interesting is that he admitted that he needed to convey all the information to certain someone. Luffy, Law, and Kid finally continue their adventure after a long time in Wano. Kid then asked them to choose a different route if they wanted to sail on the same day. Before separating, Kid had shown a poster from the world government where there was a new organization called Cross Guild. Buggy became the leader of the organization. Even so, many people do not believe the news. Luffy and Zoro were not sure that Buggy could recruit people like Crocodile and Mihawk. What's also interesting is that we still don't know if they are working together or if the two are Buggy's subordinates. But I've made a theory about this in the previous video about the reason Crocodile and Mihawk joined Buggy's organization. One thing that's interesting about Cross Guild is that they don't seem to be messing around. According to Kid's explanation, the Cross Guild held a competition where whoever was able to capture the Navy would get a reward. This seems to have been reversed, where it is usually the Navy that gives rewards to whoever catches the pirates. However, there is still no information on how many navies have been killed because of this competition. We also still don't know what the reaction of the Navy will be regarding this matter. As Kid reveals, a lot has changed in the outside world during their time in Wano. It will be interesting to see what else has changed out there. In the last panel, Yamato is seen standing on top of the Shogun's palace in the Flower Capital. She said that she had finally made up his mind to become like Kazuki Oden. She was likely running towards Luffy and his cruise ship. As appeared in the previous chapter, after the battle ended, Yamato volunteered to join Luffy. However, as Jinbei said at the time that all decisions were in Luffy's hands, even though some of the other crew agreed with Yamato to join. The answer itself may appear in the next chapter, but there is a lot of speculation that Yamato will join Luffy. This is due to Yamato's resemblance to Oden, who has sailed on Roger's ship. Chapter 1056 brings us a lot of surprises and incredible big information. Let's see how the story continues in the next chapter.